Tulikuwa tumelipia SHA 24 hours, tukaambiwa 24 hours zimeisha, so SHA yezi katusaidia.
Watoto hawaoni jua, tunalalia vitanda zikona kunguni jamani.
Today, Aden Duale, the Health Cabinet Secretary, stands accused of bending the truth. He claimed that Uhuru Kenyatta's Linda Mama program failed to reduce maternal mortality and was essentially useless for mothers. His defense of William Ruto's new SHIF scheme has enraged Kenyans. But here's the question. Did Duale actually lie? Let us break down the facts. Linda Mama was launched with one goal: remove cost barriers so no mother would be forced to give birth at home. It massively expanded hospital deliveries. More Kenyan women gave birth in health facilities during Uhuru's era than ever before. That was a concrete achievement. But the system wasn't perfect. Hospitals were underfunded. Payments were late. Reimbursements as low as 2,500 Kenyan shilling couldn't sustain proper services. Some facilities hesitated to admit patients under the program. These challenges were real, and they limited Linda Mama's full potential.
Kwanza mimi niko na mtoto, niko hapa nimekaa miezi 3 na sina mbele wala nyuma, nyumba yangu imefungwa. Nimeambiwa nimekaa huku, watoto wanalia jumbani, nitafanya nini? Watoto wangu watakuwa chokora.
Here's where Duale's claim begins to crumble. Yes, Kenya's maternal mortality rate remained high, but studies show Linda Mama did increase skilled deliveries, a proven factor in reducing risks. Progress was slow, but it wasn't non-existent. Saying Linda Mama failed or didn't help is misleading. It oversimplifies a complex problem.
Linda Mama reimbursement rates under the defunct SHIF was as low as 2,500. Sometimes 5,500 per delivery in dispensary and health centers. The quality, the care, nobody bothered. There was a persistent high maternal mortality rate in our country. And by the way, it continued to occur despite the high number of mothers giving birth in hospitals. Your Excellency, you have given vulnerable mother or the vulnerable woman who goes to antenatal clinic, who deliver, and who has postnatal care. Don't listen to naysayers.
President Ruto moved to replace Linda Mama with SHA and SHIF, arguing Kenya needed sustainable, comprehensive maternal care, not just free deliveries. The pitch: prenatal delivery and postnatal services under one roof. On paper, it looked like an upgrade. Uhuru blasted the move, accusing Ruto of abandoning mothers and dismantling a working safety net. His criticism fueled a political storm, framing the change as reckless and poorly timed. In reality, the transition left many mothers stranded. Hospitals were confused about coverage. Some women were turned away. Public anger spread quickly, with many saying SHIF hadn't delivered the promised improvement.
Hi, habari wa Kenya ama wakubwa wetu, tuko na wakubwa tulichagua. Sisi tuko hapa Thika level 5. Tumefungiwa hapa na bill. Na kufungiwa hapa na bill si eti tumeshindwa kulipa. Tulikuwa tumelipia SHA 24 hours, tukaambiwa 24 hours zimeisha, so SHA yezi katusaidia. So kama wamama tunaumwa na tunahisi uchungu kwa sababu kuna wale tuko na watoto home. Watoto kuna wale hawana mababa, mtu analea watoto single mother. So wale watoto wanateseka. Unaona hakuna mtu anaweza kukulelea mtoto jinsi unalea wewe mtoto wewe mwenyewe. And then kuna wale wako hapa miezi 2, kuna wako hapa miezi 3, kuna wako mwezi hadi wiki. Ni so painful kwetu. Tungeomba usaidizi wenyu, mtusaidie tu please, ili tutoke hapa tuende tushughulikie watoto wetu. Watoto wanateseka, kuna wale hata bado hawajarudi shule.
So, did Duale tell Kenyans the truth? Not quite. He highlighted Linda Mama's weaknesses, but ignored its successes. By saying maternal mortality remained high, he suggested the program was pointless. In fact, Linda Mama improved access, but broader systematic problems, understaffing, underfunding, weak infrastructure, blunted the impact. Duale's claim was not just incomplete, it was deceptive. This is why Kenyans are angry. Duale's statement wasn't just about healthcare, it was a political theater. It defended Ruto's reforms while erasing Uhuru's legacy. But healthcare isn't a scoreboard. It is life and death for mothers.
Unajua mwanamke akiwa nyumbani ata struggle, aende mjengo, afulie mtu, alipia watoto wake school fees kidogo kidogo, lakini ukiwa hapa ndani watoto wako wanashindwa kusoma. Na kama mtoto msichana ukimwacha hivyo bila mtu akose kusoma, unaona mtoto ataharibika. Juu kama hapa mimi niko na mtoto wa miaka 11 na ni msichana. Hebu niulize huyo mtoto mali yako hapo ako safe? Kitu kingine ni uchungu juu wakati watoto wako wanaishi kaa chokora. Serikali nyinyi tu ndio same mtakuja kutufunga tupeleki watoto shule na mmetuweka hapa. Iko wapi haki ya wanawake? Ama kuzaa ni makosa? Kubeba mimba ni makosa? Mngetuelezea ili tujue kama ni makosa. Kama ni makosa, mtu ajue hakuna haja ya kuzaa. Wale wako hao wakae hivyo. Mtusaidie.
Ni wapi? Na mnataka aje? Mnataka aje?
In a recent address, President William Ruto defended his administration's healthcare initiative, Linda Jamii, against criticism from former President Uhuru Kenyatta, who had labeled it as an untested and burdensome scheme. Ruto, speaking at a podium marked with the seal of the Republic of Kenya, emphasized that Linda Jamii is an evolved version of the Linda Mama program, which was introduced during Kenyatta's tenure. He highlighted that while Linda Mama primarily focused on maternal health, Linda Jamii extends coverage to include prenatal and postnatal care, as well as household members, significantly increasing the scope and benefits from 2,000 to 2,500 to 10,230. This expansion, Ruto argued, is part of a broader strategy towards universal health coverage, with the number of beneficiaries rising from 7 million to 26.5 million. The defense comes amidst a backdrop of a political tension, as Kenyatta's recent support for Ruto's 2022 election opponent, Raila Odinga, and his critique of the current administration's policies, including the replacement of Linda Mama, have reignited a public debate on healthcare policy effectiveness and direction in Kenya.
And maybe use this occasion to the defense of my former boss, the former president, to defend him that we should be a bit magnanimous to him. He did time, led our country, and the Linda Mama program was a great program. We developed it under the Jubilee administration, under the leadership of President Uhuru. We learned a lot from the Linda Mama program. And because of the experiences, because of the lessons learned from the Linda Mama program, we designed the Linda Jamii program, which was an improvement from the Linda Mama program. So Linda Mama was good. Linda Jamii is obviously better. And therefore, it is an improvement from what it was in terms of the scope, from just delivery of mothers, which was the primary target of Linda Mama.
Ruto's comments also reflect the ongoing transition in Kenya's healthcare system, aiming to address long-standing inequalities and improve access as part of his bottom-up economic transformation agenda, which includes legislative reforms like the Social Health Insurance Act 2023 and the Primary Healthcare Act 2023. However, President William Ruto defended former President Uhuru Kenyatta by crediting the Linda Mama program as a foundation for the improved Linda Jamii initiative, which now covers prenatal, postnatal care and entire households, aiming for universal healthcare coverage with 26.5 million beneficiaries, up from 7 million. This defense addresses Kenyatta's criticism of Linda Mama Jamii as an untested amidst ongoing political and healthcare policy debates in Kenya.
We've now improved it to cover prenatal, before the delivery, postnatal, the delivery itself, postnatal, and it's no longer targeting mama. It is targeting Jamii, mama plus the children plus the household. The figures have also increased in terms of benefits. Actually, the figures have doubled from between 2,000 and 2,500 to now 10,000 to 30,000. So we have enhanced the program, but we must accept that we learned the lessons from Linda Mama. That's why we designed a better Linda Jamii program.
For mothers right now, the debate feels distant. What matters is whether hospitals admit them, whether drugs are available, whether they leave maternity alive. Political spin doesn't change the reality in clinics across Kenya. So, yes, Duale's remarks were misleading. He may have scored points for his political side, but at the cost of truth, and in healthcare, lies can kill. The lesson is clear. Mothers deserve facts, not political gains. Until leaders prioritize solutions over spin, Kenya's maternal health crisis will remain unsolved. Share your thoughts in the comment section below. For Maisha TV, I'm William Juma.